I guess just the effort on the road. I guess can you just talk about what changed in that second half for y'all?
What changed really, we just knew we had to come in and fight. I mean, they came out with intense toughness. I mean, that's what you're going to get with a good West Virginia team and on their home court. And we knew it's a tough place to play, and we just came in second half knowing we had to come in and be more physical and just bring more fight to the game, and we did that.
Can you just speak to what you kind of learned in that first half? Because like you said, it was a physical contest. I guess what did you have to learn, and how did you adjust to that physical nature?
The main thing we adjusted to is we knew that we figured out the rest was going to let us play. I mean, they weren't really blowing their whistles like that, and I mean, in the first half, I felt like we were driving in looking for those foul calls and things like that. We weren't getting them, so second half we just talked about, I mean, we got to drive in there, not expecting no calls, just going in there to finish, and whatever happens, happens.
Elephant in the room, but Terrence Channing goes down. I guess what were y'all's thoughts, and when he comes back, what kind of a mentality is that for you?
I mean, you don't never want to see one of your brothers down. I mean, this is a brotherhood that we have here at Texas Tech, and see him go down. I mean, we just knew that we had to take it personal at that point. I mean, we was gonna play this game. We was gonna play hard for him, and I mean, he's a hell of a player. I mean, that was a bad loss for us. I mean, luckily he was able to come back into the game and contribute for us, but we didn't really want to see him go down like that.
In terms of what he was able to bring in that second half, had that and one that gave you all the 1 point lead. Did he kind of give you all a Warriors mentality, so to speak?
I mean, most definitely. I mean, seeing the way he came down and seeing how he had to get carried off the court, and I mean, him finding that way and toughness and just the confidence to go back out there to try to contribute to us winning. I mean, that's all they can do is motivate you. So,
can you speak to the closing minutes and just what you and Daniel were able to do, just either getting a block or his defense on Sean McNeil and then getting that big dunk later on, just to be able to close on the road, something that you had mentioned that y'all weren't able to do against Kansas there.
I mean, Bacho came in and gave us a big boost on the defensive end, and I mean, I tell him every day, every time I workouts, I mean, he's going to be a special player. I mean, I think he's a pro. And he came in and he showed that tonight, his abilities, that what he's able to do on the defensive end. So he really came in and was a big part of this win.
From your perspective, what's the story that was told today by you all just being a more physical team than West Virginia and being able to come out with a victory on the road?
I mean, we knew that we only had one win on the road, and we wanted to change that tonight. I mean, we knew that this was the perfect game to do it because, I mean, you got a tough West Virginia team with a legend coach, Bob Huggins, and he's going to coach them hard. And, I mean, they got a team full of bloodthirsty dogs, and we know that we had to come in and be able to fight and compete with them. So, I mean, we just came in with our hard hats and went to work.
Just can you just speak to the effort of your guys, especially when they see one of their own fall, and then he comes back and it seems like he just really gives you a boost in that second half?
Well, you know, it's a typical West Virginia game. They're so physical and play so hard, and we always respect coming in here, this facility, this environment, and we knew it was going to be a very tough game. But see, yeah, both those guys go down was tough to watch. But you know, you have to give a lot of credit not only to those guys because they both got up and TJ got back in the game, but to our players for not just looking back and maybe feeling you know, worrying about those guys, just staying in the present. I thought our guys did a tremendous job responding and start playing a little harder for those guys. But you know, this is, you know, history speaks for itself. So it's a very tough place to play, and only the second time I've won personally here in 7 or 8 years. So I know how tough it is, and some of these guys have been here before too. But great win for us. It was ugly, but certainly excited and proud of our guys. And these are the type of games that you can build character and toughness from.
Did you expect TJ to come back? I mean, the way he
No,
looked
I
off the
really
court?
didn't, and I think he was in pain, but he was also, I think, scared at the same time. And you know, that happens a lot of these guys when they have those really bad falls, that they see so many other. They had other friends they've witnessed that have fallen hard like that and haven't been able to recover, and they've been season-ending sometimes. So I think there was just fear, and then he got back in the dressing room and was able to recover, and he could have stayed out. He wanted to win. He, of course, he had a great game against West Virginia back in Lubbock and helped us win that game. He was a huge factor in us winning that one. He wanted the same here.
Yeah, he came back in and just went to work.
Yeah, he went to work, played hard. So give him a lot of credit, and we're excited to have him back.
Do you have an update on Adonis? I know he took a bad.
Well, yeah, I think they've x-rayed it. Looks like the x-rays are negative, so I think he's going to be okay. He's just going to be extremely sore.
In terms of what I guess the narrative is for you all, because like you said, West Virginia, tough team, but you guys were able to kind of take the punches, so to speak, and I guess show a warrior's mentality that you've kind of mentioned before.
Yeah, we took a lot of those punches. A lot of them were right on the chin. We didn't even block any of them, so they came at us pretty hard. But again, I was really pleased with resilience, and our guys came back after that first half and took control late in the second half and just hung on to win. And you can't say enough about Daniel. I mean, Daniel Bacho's maybe the unsung hero here, 4 blocks, and made those huge free throws, and that's what we talk about. Next man up about this team. Everybody's got to be ready to play. And I was so I asked even Daniel to start second half, "Are you ready?" And he was, "Yeah, I'm ready to play, coach," and certainly was.
I was going to ask you, just in terms of his defense on Sean McNeil in the corner and then getting the dunk after that, how big of a turnaround was that for y'all?
It was huge. Just his presence on the floor. Again, I think his timing's getting better on blocking shots. He's very intimidating. He's got those long arms, and he's playing with more confidence. I thought he had some really good moments on offense as well. Had some tough catches in there with the ball and had that big dunk. So, yeah, he played extremely well. Couldn't have won this game without him.
Jalen Bridges, 16 points first half, no points second half. Did you have a special message for you guys at halftime?
Hey, don't let him shoot anymore. It's kind of what we knew he was capable, and these guys, that shows a lot of character for West Virginia. They're out, their best players hurt, and Sherman's so valuable to his team. But those guys all filled in and played as hard as they could, and he was one that did that with those that 16 points. So. But yeah, he was the focal point the second half, the emphasis to make sure we don't let him get as many catches and looks at the basket.